Hello, hello. I think we're getting there. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I think we are online. I'm trying new things. I haven't really streamed in a long time. I think I should stream now daily, to be honest. But again, it just takes time to kind of like figure out what we're gonna do in regards to marketing. I think live streaming is the best thing we can do, to be honest. Because we can show the stuff that we're doing, or just kind of like, chill and talk. I think we should just do this like daily again. It's just what happens is that trying to do it every single day at the same time, just sometimes it just quite doesn't work. So yeah, we're just gonna see how that works. But yeah, let me go ahead and copy this link and send it to our buddies here, so everybody knows that we are online. And I want to discuss the things that we have done as well as the things that we're gonna do. Um, so let me just, we are online on YouTube. Yeah, I think this is actually very exciting, because this is a big milestone in regards to what we're doing. And I just think it's great. So yeah, props to us. So yeah, let's begin. So basically, one of the things that we have done, and that is pretty cool, to be honest, is the fact that we have done now the guild system. So if I come here now and show you pretty much what we have done, it's really awesome. Like, okay, so let's talk about it. So right now, you can actually create your guild if you go to our website, which is soc.stargate.io. Right, you go to Solar Operations Center, and you head over to Guild section. You have now three sections, and we're gonna expand a little bit more on this later. But right now we have three sections where you can register your guild. Right now it's not gonna show you the fee unless you log in. So you have to log in, and once you log in, it's gonna show you what is the fee that is gonna take, for it to be able to make your guild. Now, once you do that, obviously you can type any name you want, like YOLO Squad. I don't know, just whatever, XXX. um, we used to have these when I was in battle, but yeah, you can do whatever you want there. Now, the thing is, for clan tags, you can choose whatever clan tag you want until you hit the maximum characters of 9 characters. Once that goes, you can't do more. Okay, you can't do more than that, and it's unique. So it's a combination of characters, and you cannot have a dual. Uh, like, there's no way for 2 clans to have the same clan tag in the same chain. And I want to reiterate that in the same chain, because we're going to be working with multiple chains. There is a possibility for a clan tag to be the same on another chain. As that, let's say, like, you make your guild on Arbitrum, and then you want to make your guild on I don't know, Avalanche. Okay, yeah, they can have the same clan tag, but when we are going to build which guild about it, because there's a lot of stuff that I have to think about, and we are not, let's say, working fully on ICP, right? So the guild system, even though I would have loved it to, let's say, do it on ICP, and then from the ICP we do everything else, it would have been like a serious amount of work. Okay, and it's not that I don't want to do it, it's just that we don't have time to be doing that right now. Okay, so I think this is really good. Once we go into battle, we can have 2 guilds battling each other. Okay, I think it's really cool. So I don't see a problem right now of, let's say, making a clan tag. So I'm actually gonna make mine right now. I'm gonna call it let's see, I'm gonna call it the Hydra Squadron. Okay, that's gonna be my guild, guys. I'm not gonna let anybody join because I feel like if I allow people to join, it's gonna be really bad. So clan tag, I'm just gonna put Hydra because I love Hydra. Logo, and here's where you have to be careful. Okay, logo. Where are you getting that logo from? Yeah, so I'm just gonna go and click on Hydra. Let's see. PNG. Okay, let's see what pops up. Hydra PNG, and let's go for, I don't know. I mean, let's put commons. All right, there you go. So usually if you go into Wikipedia Commons, you're gonna be able to find it. Like there's not gonna be an issue with it. So that's a Hydra. um, I don't know if it's too big though. Like I don't think it matters actually. And this is the really cool thing about this is that you can use blockchain if you want to. I am not gonna deny that, right? But in the sense of letting you choose whatever, like if you want the storage to be on wherever you want it to be, all you gotta do is indicate that HTTPS where we can reference that image, and that's it. Look, I'm gonna put it right here, and it should give me a preview, but it's too big. But yeah, look at that. It gives me the preview of what our guild logo is gonna be, right? So we're giving you the chance to store it wherever you want. It can be crypto, it can be just a website where you decide to put your PNG there, or JPEG, or whatever you want it to be, right? And we're just giving you that freedom. So I think that was really cool, because otherwise we would have had to do some magic stuff to work with IPFS and all of this stuff. And I was thinking, you know what? Let the user indicate where they want to have that link at. That way, none of us have like any issues with anything, right? So I can use this one, I think, because is it like, I gotta look at the license here, like Creative Commons Universal Public Domain Dedication. Yeah, it's I just want to make sure that I'm not, the work has dedicated the work to the public domain. Yeah, so whenever you're doing your stuff, make sure that you're choosing public domain stuff. Like if you really want to just kind of grab something from the internet, you could easily just AI it. Like you can go into, you know, I don't know, like Discord, and use one of those AI image generators, right? And you can generate like your own image. So that's a freedom that you have if you want to do that. You can store in the cloud. You can use IPFS if you want to, and then kind of like store that image, because all you're really caring about is to store your image, right? The store of your logo, and that is basically saved as some sort of database, you know. And let's say you want to have links. So for now, I can update this later, so I don't mind it. I might just say, let's look at SOC again. So let's go into SOC. We're going to say for our guild description, welcome everyone. We want to open our arms to you. Our website is, and we just go here and boom, we put our website, right? So that's our guild description. You can do much more than that, obviously, if you want to. But yeah, that's a pretty nice guild description. You can put your socials like X, Telegram, YouTube, whatever you want to do, you can put it there. It is all up to you. So I think that's pretty cool. And then the joining fee, you can set it 0, okay? And you won't get anything, right? So if I have my task joining fee at 0 tasks, it means that I just don't want to charge anybody anything for them to join my guild, right? So what happens if you put, let's say, 10? This means that you are basically saying, if you want to join my guild, you gotta pay 10 tasks to join it. This task will immediately go to you minus a fee. The fee is of 0.3%, I think. 0.3% that goes towards us ISS, okay? That's the only thing that we're doing. If you decide to put a fee, we will get a taxation from it. And again, we use that taxation so that we can continue working and doing stuff, blah, 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 sponsor tournaments, whatever we may want to do. So I think it's fair. A 0.3% is really not that much. We could have done much bigger than that. I think a 0.3 is nice. So that means that you, as the guild owner, you immediately get it. You don't have to go and claim your tokens, okay? Whenever someone pays that fee, it immediately goes to your wallet, okay? The wallet that registers the or has the NFT, okay? That's pretty nice. So let's see, auto approve. So if you want to auto approve members, this means that, let's say you don't want to review members, you just want to approve whoever comes, right? So you can just set auto approve on, and that means that you won't filter people. That means that anybody can join your guild. You just don't care about it. As long as they pay the fee of 10 tasks, you're happy with that. You don't care, right? So that's if you allow auto approve. If you disallow it, that means that you have to wait for people to be approved by you. However, notice if a user applies to your guild, they pay the fee of 10 tasks, they won't get that back if you're rejected. This is kind of like university. I was thinking like my university, because you could pay a fee to try to get into the university, and if you were disqualified to join in, the university still kept the fee. So I was like, you know what, let's just leave it that way. So if a user wants to apply to your guild, they pay the 10 task fee, and you say nope, I don't want to approve it, you don't have to, right? You don't have to approve it, and you keep the fee. I think it's fair. That way people kind of really think about where they want to apply, making sure that, you know, they really know which guild they're gonna go to, and not just go ahead and apply, and then this generates like extra gas. Like if I were to implement all the stuff for reversing the tasks, it would have been like crazy amount of extra code that I just don't think it's needed. So yeah, that's for that. Of course, legal disclaimer, by registering your guild, you confirm that you own and have the right to use the guild name, clan tag, and logo. The content does not infringe on any third party, you know, like the shenanigans of like property rights. You have the full responsibility and legal issues unauthorized use of names, logos, and other content. So one thing that we are going to do that is not implemented now is every single guild is going to be redacted, right? Because on our end, we want to try and make it so that we are safe, right? Because if we are safe, everybody is safe. On blockchain, we can't erase a guild. We can't do that. I made it so that the owner of the contract can do it, because I don't think that's fair, right? If you pay for your guild to be created, you want to do it, and even though it might be against our guidelines, you can still create it on blockchain. We just won't show it. We just won't show it. You know, so at least just be mindful that you can create your guild and there's no problem with it. We are going to implement a voting system later where the users themselves can vote with tasks to not allow a guild to be shown. I think that's very, very fair, to be honest. So yeah, we can do that later. There's no need for it to be done now. Content guidelines. All guild content must comply with community standards. The following are strictly prohibited: nudity, obviously, pornography, sexual explicit content, graphic violence or gore, hate speech, discrimination, or offensive content, content that promotes illegal activities, content that violates copyright or trademark laws. Moderation rights. We reserve the right to review all guild content before approval. And again, this means showing on the website. Reject or remove any guild content that violates our guidelines. Again, on the website. Suspend or terminate guild registrations that breach our terms. Again, on the website. So this means like if your guild is like pretty bad, which I hope you guys don't do that, then you might just not participate in game events. We're just gonna make sure that you don't do that. Again, so just be mindful, you know, like if you really want this to be like super awesome, don't be doing like shady stuff. Modify or remove content without prior notice. Again, all of that on the front end. Make final decisions on all content related matters. Again, on the front end. So with all of that, we agree to the terms and conditions, and all we gotta do is just approve that task. So let's go ahead and approve it. Really nice. 9 tasks allowed. We approve it, and we just wait for it to be approved. Hopefully no problems. Yeah, look at that. It was super fast. We're on Arbitrum, so our task was approved. And all we gotta do now is just register. Just gotta make sure that I really like everything. And of course, no auto approve, because right now I don't want to accept anybody. So we'll just go ahead and confirm that. And we should have our mint there. Woo! Guild created successfully. We're the guild ID 1. So just like that, I can go now to my guilds. And you can see now Hydra Squadron. So ticket name Hydra. So that means that now I have a unique ticket name, which is our guild with the name Hydra Squadron. Welcome everybody. We want to open our arms to you. Our website is soc.stellarium.io. It tells you the date where it was created, the joining fee, auto approved no, pending requests. Again, if you pay the fee of 10 TAS, you're gonna lose it because I'm not gonna approve people on my guild. So just FYI, okay? FYI. So just don't do that. Don't go around and apply to my guild because I'm just gonna consume your task, okay? Don't do that. So anyways, that's my guild. And if there are any pending users, I will see that here. And now this goes more into guild operations as a guild leader. It will show you when you're a member or if you're a guild lead. If you're a guild lead, it will say the pending users that are applied. If you do have that for pending users. And it will show the pending users and you can approve or deny them as you wish. It won't say nicknames. It will only say wallets. Remember, we're Web3, so we don't really do nicknames. I can do a contract later for nicknames, which I think will be pretty nice. But we are working on that, okay? That's something that it's more on the far away side on how we improve it, how we make it cooler, what things we can do, what things you guys are gonna like. So yeah. List. If you go on the list, it will show you the latest guilds. The 10 latest guilds will be shown on list. So right now, obviously, we're the first one. It even shows the time here. Wow. It's actually pretty cool. And obviously, the leader wallet, which is me. The amount of members is going to show 0 because if you create the first guild, it's not going to count you as a member. So yeah, anyways, that's the guild basically, and there is much more stuff that we're gonna do with it. The reason why it took so long is because I was testing, adding things, de-adding things, trying to figure out how we can work this later. Everything only in the imagination of the mind, just trying to make it nice and fragmented enough where I can say safely in the future, if I do something else, I know for a fact I don't have to mess around with this, right? So yeah, that's the reason why it took so long. And other than that, yeah, we're good to go. Now, something that I also fixed here is, I think if I go to assets now, it will show me the amount of artillery tokens, or maybe not. I think this is fixed actually. Yeah, this one's fixed. Yeah, it's not gonna show my current amount yet because I actually did change a couple stuff. So yeah. But anyways, basically on your profile, your assets, all of this is going to be updated. Actually, the available should be already updated. The deployed, forget about that right now because we are not there yet. Something that we are going to work on immediately are the emeralds, right? Because we do have to distribute those as NFTs, basically. So that's going to be something that we have to work on. And then kind of like do the deployment contract so that we prepare for the second season, which is going to be super awesome. Another thing that we kind of worked with that I know that I announced before was that right now, if you go to Uniswap, right? If you go to Uniswap, you can actually start exchanging the tokens. I don't have the contract with me right now. Or do I? Actually, do I? I think I do. Wait, 1 second. Let me just... Maybe I do have it here. Yeah, I have it right here actually. So, all right. So if we say we want to go from there we go. Okay, we want to go from TAS. So we go from TAS to this one. Okay, you can already purchase artillery basically. Okay, so if you want to purchase one artillery I don't know if it's gonna do it because. Oh, that's right. We're not on Uniswap. Wait, we changed. We're on Pancake Swap. Yeah. My bad, guys. My bad. I forgot. Yeah, we're doing Pancake because I think it's just easier. Because I was getting some weird stuff on the other one. So, yeah, we can do TAS to Pataqua and just do like one. Yeah, so you can already purchase with TAS the... artillery call, wide area attack, which is pretty good. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that it acts as a... I don't want to say it acts as a currency because, I mean, I guess people could use it as a currency, but the cool thing about this is that you could literally just exchange tasks for artillery sessions. Like, the crazy stuff about this is that you could think about this as currency if you want to, right? Like it's just kind of wild because it's an asset, yet at the same time it's also a currency. So it's like if you want to, let's say, buy 5 artillery, right? 5 artillery calls, you could technically say that you're basically exchanging currency of artillery, which I think is kind of hilarious, actually. Right? So the same thing if you want to go from Petacqua to Taz, right? I think the liquidity might be a little bit too small yet, right? But like changing 1 or 2 right now, you can easily just purchase it for some tasks, right? Like, I don't know. So obviously liquidity will always be some sort of an issue right now that we're beginning, but as we progress, it's gonna be like really awesome, right? And as tasks in changes in value, also the artillery is gonna change in value, right? So we're gonna have a lot of things that are tokenized, like smoke is gonna be tokenized, artillery artillery call wide area attack is tokenized, the precision strike is tokenized, scans are tokenized, airstrikes are gonna be tokenized, something related to like a daisy cutter is gonna be tokenized, like massive bombings is gonna be tokenized, resources are gonna be tokenized. All of those things are going to be tokenized, and the beautiful thing about this is that you could just exchange them on dexes, which I think is super awesome. So this is all power to us basically right now, where it's immediate, right? You can exchange these assets immediately, unlike a traditional NFT where you have to wait for somebody to buy or sell. Here you immediately you wanna get that artillery shell, boom, bought it. If you wanna sell that artillery shell, boom, sell it. You don't have to wait, right? That's something we don't want to do when we're at war. We don't want to be waiting for stuff to happen. We need it immediately. Like if you are heading into a battle, right, and you want to get artillery shells, you need to purchase that immediately. You don't want to wait. Ideally, if you want to, you could do that, right? Maybe you get a better rate at, let's say, at a traditional market, right? Where you set a certain amount of money that you want to pay for artillery or scans or whatever, right? But when we're talking about immediate, I think that's really, really helpful. And, you know, in case you want to stock up on some of that artillery, scans, whatever you want to do, you can do it immediately. And I really love that. So, and the most beautiful thing about this is that it already works with a standard dex, right? And it's dexes that are trusted. So we don't have to make a dex for it to work. We are working on something very cool though, that it is based of a dex. Hopefully I'm not mistaken in what I'm thinking, but it's a way to expand this even further. And I really like the idea. We have to see, of course, what happens, but it's a lot of work and it's not something that is going to be done soon enough. But I think for the purposes of allowing people to have their artillery, their scans, and soon their emeralds is going to be really cool. The only thing that we're missing right now is just doing the emeralds. I don't think we're going to sell emeralds in quite a little bit of time. We're just going to make sure that we can how do you say this, that we can give the emeralds that were purchased to people, right? This marketplace right here is not gonna be working anytime soon, okay? Just because it's gonna take a little bit of time to make it happen again. This is gonna be actually renamed to Port Titan, so yeah. But yeah, anyways, so that's basically it. So what's on the timeline now on our end is we have now to work on the minigame. We have to provide those emeralds for the people who already purchased the emeralds, right? So if you have emeralds, just be on the lookout where we say, hey, you know, we either say you're gonna claim your emeralds or we're just gonna send them to you. Emeralds can be used in the second season, so that's gonna be really, really nice for those of you who purchased the emeralds, because you can use them already in second season. Obviously you can still use them in third season and beyond, and I think it's gonna be really, really cool. Something else that we're working on is on a research, but I think more into that later. But basically, if you do research, you're gonna be able to unlock blueprints, and there's already something that I can think that you guys can already do. And again, it's like the same thing. We can tokenize this, which I think is really awesome, right? We can tokenize those assets as well. So all of this is gonna be really cool because we don't want to take too much power. We want to give power away, right? When it comes to creating assets, distributing assets, exchanging, all of that. The only thing that we kind of ask on our end is that obviously we have to implement taxation so that we can keep some of those for us, right? So that we can continue development and do stuff and reinvest or whatever we want to do, right? So I think this approach is much nicer rather than kind of like saying, hey, we're gonna launch something and then we're gonna sell all of it, right? So yeah, I think that's pretty cool in regards to that. We're going to be updating the learning resources because another thing that we also did is that you can do your own website, which I think is really cool. If you want to do your own website and you want to show the guild stuff differently, you can do it. You can actually do it, and you can show it in a maybe in a better way than we do, right? And you can show the information of all your members. I think that's gonna be really cool, right? But again, all that is kind of like us saying, hey guys, if you want to build more, you have the possibility to do it. You want to create a bot, you want to do some stuff that you want to do with all that information, you can do it, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, this is a big milestone made. Now we go again into the Emerald distribution. We go into making the minigame into second season, which means that we are now gonna have guild battles. And I guess now we go into a little bit more into why guilds are important. The reason why guilds are important is because I feel like we can connect much better between community and ISS if we approach a guild system, because usually, in at least in the previous games that I used to be at, guilds were very, very present in the formation of a game. So I think cooperating with the guilds to make sure that we have the most optimized information, and the best way to approach this will obviously have to be to have guilds, right? So just like that, I think this is the best way to do that, and I think it's gonna be awesome, right? So like I said, we're doing a ranking system for guilds so that you can automate payments. That will be shown later, but we are giving that power to guilds. We're also gonna be doing the second season strictly to guilds. It's not gonna be like random people that fight each other like the first one. It's gonna be your guild versus another guild, and the reason for this is because I think it's just really awesome, right? So what's gonna happen now is that we're gonna give out rewards in whether it be artillery shells, scans, whatever it may be, for the participating guilds that win, right? And specifically task prize for the winner, right? So I think this is going to be great for those of you who are looking to, have some funding. I think it's going to be great. Another thing that we're doing also is sponsorships. I don't want to talk too much about it until it's done, because I really do think that sponsorships are going to be really big. The only thing that I can tell you is that a guild can have a sponsor, right? And both can win. Let's just put it that way, all right? Both the sponsor and the sponsor guild can win in terms of like when we go into battle, what we're gonna do, who's gonna be the winner, what are the prizes for the winner and sponsor. So just know that that system we're gonna work also before we do the game mechanic again, retouching base. Because I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great. I think everybody's gonna love it, and that way we have now a connection between gamers and sponsors. Okay, and that's something that I'm really, really, really looking forward to. So just be on the lookout for that as well. All right. So with that, further ado, we are pretty much done with everything here. I feel like if we go into operations, I don't know if I change this or not, but it might not load right now. Yeah, I haven't changed it, but If we go into operations single player, we'll give you some sort of idea as to what to expect in the game. But again, we have to retouch that, and we have to make it for clan based, and it has to be really good, right? Because right now the first season wasn't really optimized, but we have to optimize it, so it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that we have done thus far on terms of our bedroom and the game. We go now into the future of tasks, because of course there's something that we haven't really done is discuss what is the future of tasks. So tasks, actually, something that we're waiting on is just basically on the CX, because they have to liberate our tasks. Right now we have tasks stuck on the CX. That's the reason why we can really do like another pool per se, and we're just waiting for that, and hopefully try to get back some money because we got wrecked. And I guess I will make another video about this further as we go into the specifics as to what happened. But I think everybody should know already that, you know, we kind of got wrecked basically, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about that except just say, hey, you know, we take a hit and let's just move forward. But it was bad. It was bad. So we just, all we gotta do is just push forward, keep doing what we're doing, keep building, and make sure that we finish stuff so that we're good to go. We do have a sponsor, hopefully, for second season, and that means more money for us, which can be used to reinvest into launches. I also want to discuss aside from that on Ra. So I'll take opportunity right now to discuss that too, because I think everybody deserves to know at this point what we're planning to do, and especially if you're listening to this video, I think you deserve to know, right? You get like a update into what we're doing. So Ra is in a place where if we relaunch right now with the amount of money that we had, it might not really get attention from buyers, right? And that's what people want. You want buyers. And that's something that it kind of came to me when one of the members in the community was discussing, like, hey, you know, you should just put more tokens and put that money into it. But the problem is that we go now to a problem of previous holders and current holders. What's going to happen? So one of the big problems was that, and I understand this completely, is that when we first did the first round of Ra, when we launched it into pool, what happened was that we used a partial of the entire task distribution for DEX. And this became a problem now because some people might, I think they do understand it, but it's just like, we have now more supply basically that we gotta launch at DEX. So how can I launch more supply without having a price impact on the previous holders, while trying to allow other people to buy the new token, well, buy the relaunch, right? So one of the solutions that I came with was, first of all, I said, you know what, let me take time to think about it. And so I was thinking about it heavily, and I think the best way to approach this, right, we take opportunity of tasks until we get some funding, right, that I can use to expand that pool a little bit more. Because if I use the 3,000 right now, it means that we basically we might not have any sales. That's the reality that's gonna happen, and there's no way for me to expand any more tokens because it's gonna dilute the price, and I know for a fact people won't like that. So the best thing that I can do right now is wait a little bit, focus on tasks, allow the merchant offices to operate on ICP so that users can use their RA that they have and start generating tasks. That way, those people have an early access into generation of tasks. They can use that task to purchase artillery, or they want to sell, whatever they want to do, right? They can use that money to do that. So that's my partial solution, is let's do that so that Ra owners can start generating tasks via the merchant office system. And for those who let's wait a little bit more. Let's wait a little bit more because we are gonna get more funding. Okay, we are going to get more funding. I'm on talks with that, but it might take just a little bit of time. I'm not entirely sure the timeline for it. I don't want to say, hey, it's gonna happen within a month, and then it happens. It might be more than a month, but just know that I'm proactively working on trying to get more funding so that we can go ahead and do that here. Okay, so just wanted to let you guys know about that, is that we are proactively looking for more funding. So for now, we gotta wait, and then once that's done, we can provide that funding into funneling it into making the pool a little bit bigger, launch with a little bit more raw, and everyone's gonna be happy, right? Because in the end, I think that everyone's gonna be happy if we launch with more substance than just launching with little. So that's the work that we're doing for raw, and I think, like I said, it's gonna be great as a partial solution until we wait for more funding to create that pool. Yeah, so that's the current state of everything that we're working on. I do have some really good news on the back end, but unfortunately I cannot really say about them. But just know that we're definitely starting to see some light. It's just that it takes time to do stuff. Okay. And another good thing about it is that we might be getting a sponsorship for the second season with another chain that is EVM compatible. So it means that whatever we do on our Arbitrum, we can do the same thing on this chain, and we're gonna be all happy. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that I also mentioned that. So just sit tight, guys. We're working on everything. So yeah, anyways, if you have any questions, any doubts, whatever you may have, please do not hesitate to make a comment on the YouTube, or you can also chat with us on Telegram. I'll be more than happy to read your comments and see what we have. So yeah, let's keep on pushing forward. I cannot wait until we have the second season. We have prizes, of course. I think I think everybody already knows what happened in the first season, right? We have some excellent prizes. I think some people won more than $400. Because if you take account in the fact that we also had tasks, right, as rewards, is gonna be amazing, right? So yeah, anyways, once again, thank you very much for watching this live stream. I hope that you have enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, and one more thing, I might be doing daily updates again, because I think it's just fun. So we'll see, because usually when I do daily updates, it's like, what do I talk about, right? Like sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying. So I think I'm just gonna leave it a little bit more open, just like today, with no extra sauce on it. We're just going to be very open about what we're doing, or maybe we have some commentary about like ideas. I think that's great. But I think we do need to be doing this, because if we don't do it, I feel like we're missing out on opportunity to kind of let people know about our game, which is something that we want to do. So yeah. Anyways, I hope that you have enjoyed this session, and I will see you soon. I might mention when our times are going to be again for daily updates. So yeah, take care, guys. See you soon. Bye. Peace.